Hi everyone, welcome to Keep Calm and Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet these cute little strawberries. For this tutorial you're going to need plush yarn in red and green and white and a tiny bit of DK yarn in black for the embroidery of the mouth. I'm going to be working these strawberries with a 5.5mm crochet hook. In addition to this you are going to need these special eyes. I'm using 15mm size eyes. You're going to also need a pair of scissors, darning needle, stitch marker and some fiber fill. So make sure you've got all of those components. Now before we start, if you enjoy watching my tutorial, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. We're going to start off with our red yarn and let's start by working a slip knot and chain 2. This method here is an alternative to magic ring, but if you prefer working with magic ring then skip this and then start your round 1 in your magic ring. But for this particular method, you're going to skip your first chain and work 6 single crochets in the second chain from your hook. That's my first single crochet, second, third, fourth, fifth, and my 6th one. Once you have your 6 single crochets, pull on this bit of yarn to eliminate the gap between your stitches. This brings your stitches close together and gets rid of the gap. You are now going to start working in a spiral. So for this, you're going to slip your hook in the first single crochet of your previous round and work a single crochet in there. That's my first single crochet of round 2. Going to follow that on with an increase. When I say increase, it means 2 single crochets in the same stitch. And there we go. In this round, we're going to have that combination repeated 3 times. So 1 single crochet, followed on with an increase. And one more time, 1 single crochet, followed on with an increase in the last stitch of this round. Now this brings your stitch count to 9. I'm going to start using a stitch marker from the next round onwards just to identify my start of the rounds and keep an accurate stitch count as well. So let's start the next round by working a single crochet in our first stitch, stitch marker in place, follow this single crochet on with another one in the next stitch. So we've got 2 single crochets in a row followed on with an increase. And here's your combination for this round. 2 single crochets, followed on with an increase, and let's repeat that 3 times as well. And my last increase of this round is right here. Now this brings your stitch count to 12. Let's start the next round by working 3 single crochets in a row. Here's my first stitch marker back in place, second, third, followed on with an increase in the next stitch. And here's your repeat for this round. 3 single crochets, followed on with an increase. One last time. And there we go. That finishes our round. And we have a total of 15 stitches at this point. Let's start the next round by working 4 single crochets in a row. Here's my first, second, third and fourth, followed on with an increase. Repeat that same combination 2 more times to finish this round. and my last increase of this round. Now this brings your stitch count to 18. In the next round we're going to have 5 single crochets in a row. Followed on with an increase. And repeat it all the way around. One last time. 5 single crochets. And 5, followed on with an increase. Now this brings your stitch count to 21. Let's start the next round with 6 single crochets in a row. 1, 2, stitch marker back in place, 3, 4, 5, 6, followed on with an increase. Let's repeat it 3 times in total. And last time. Followed on with an increase here, and this now finishes our round and brings our stitch count to 24. We're going to start the next round by working a single crochet in our first stitch, stitch marker back in place, and we're going to first of all turn this the right way around so we have the neater version of the stitches on the outside. Going to follow the single crochet on with a single crochet in every one of these stitches all the way around. To finish this round you're going to need 24 single crochets in a row. Once you've done that, you're going to follow the same method another time, so you have 2 rounds of just single crochet. So go ahead, work 2 rounds of single crochet and then meet me back here. At the end of 2 rounds of single crochet, your stitch count is still 24. We're going to take a minute and insert some security eyes into the head, and the eyes that I'm using are these little ones. I've just bought them from Amazon. They are about 15mm in size. Now we're going to be inserting them between, so we're going to count 2 rounds down from where we are and insert the eye in. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Between round 7 and 8. I'm going to keep 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches in between, and I'm going to insert the eye on the other side as well. And once you are happy with the positioning, you can go ahead and put the backing on. And once that's on, let's continue working our rounds. Next round, we're going to start off by working 2 single crochets in a row. Stitch marker back in place. Follow these 2 single crochets on with a decrease. To work a decrease, you're going to pull up a loop from the next stitch. Same with the stitch after that. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 in one go. So for this round, here's your repeat. 2 single crochets, followed on with a decrease, and repeat that all the way around. And for the last time, that's 2 single crochets followed on with a decrease. This brings your stitch count to 18. Let's start the next round by working 1 single crochet, stitch marker back in place, follow this on with a decrease. Again, to work a decrease, pull up a loop from the next 2 stitches, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 in one go. And repeat this all the way around to finish this round. And for the last time, 1 single crochet followed on with a decrease. This brings your stitch count to 18. You're going to take a minute and stuff this strawberry up with fibre fill all the way to the top, and then we're going to work our last round together. So go ahead and do that and meet me back here. I've now stuffed the strawberry with fibre fill. Let's work our last round, which will close this gap off. So to do this, you're going to work 6 decreases in a row. Here's my first decrease, second decrease, third, fourth, fifth, and my final decrease number 6. Now once you worked your 6 decreases, you'll notice that there is still a gap between your stitches. Now you have 2 options. You either use a darning needle to close this gap off, or work 1 or 2 extra decreases to reduce the size of this gap even more, and then work a slip stitch. So I'm going to work 2 more decreases, and then work is so tiny that I can just simply work a slip stitch in the opposite stitch to fasten off. I can go ahead and snip this yarn off, pull it out of the stitch and pull this down gently to secure this in place. Now that completes our strawberry. We're now onto the leafy part, and for this let's grab our green yarn and work a slip knot, and we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip your first chain and work 3 single crochets backwards. So starting from the second chain from your hook, that's my first single crochet, second and third. Once you worked your 3 single crochets, you should have 1 chain stitch left. Slip your hook in there. We're going to work a slip stitch first, like this, and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip your first chain here and work 3 single crochets backwards again. That's 1, 2, 3. And in that first single crochet or the chain, work another slip stitch and repeat this process 1 more time. So chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip your first chain and work 4 single crochets backwards, starting from the second one. And once you've done that, you are going to insert your hook in there, that chain 1 again, and work a slip stitch for the last time. Now once you've done that, we can go ahead and snip this yarn off, leaving a long tail. Pull this out of the stitch and pull this down gently to secure this thread in place. And there we go. That is the leafy part of the strawberry that we're going to sew on top. So let's go ahead and grab our darning needle and thread this into it. And we are going to begin by tying a knot between the bits that were coming out from the center. If you don't have any of the bits left, it's okay. You can just skip this step. So I'm gonna tie these two bits together with these strands from the center. And now, using my hook, I'm going to slip it in from further away, anywhere, make it come out from that same space, and pull both of those strands into the body, or the main part of this strawberry. And there we go. If it comes out from this side, you can always snip it off, or you can just leave it in the way I have done. Now, hold the top of this strawberry flat like this. The longer part that we've ended up with, we're going to sew this strawberry, just the parts here, down onto the body. So where it's coming out, I'm going to catch my stitch on the top of the strawberry, and then at the same time guide it to come out from the space or the stitches on the leaf as well. I'm going to go through it twice. Once I've done that, slip your needle in, guide it to come out from the other side where this part is, like this. And I'm going to repeat the process there as well. So we're kind of stitching the corners of the leaves down, or the middle parts. You can repeat the process twice if you wish to, or you can just simply slip your needle in and go on to the other side and do the same thing one last time. And when you do this, you are going to do this twice actually, so we can create a loop with our thread for the second time when we do it. So slip this needle in again. And you are going to create a loop with your thread, slip your needle into the loop and pull this down gently to make this into a knot. And now you can slip your needle inside the center of the leaves and guide it to go through some fiber fill and come out from another side of this leaf. Let's go ahead and snip this off now. And that, the leaves of this strawberry are attached. Now onto the white seeds or specks of this strawberry. So we are going to now insert the needle threaded with white yarn right at the bottom of it and start from the side. So I'm going to be leaving 2 rounds in between each speck that I create. I'm going to pull this out quite a lot, and then we are going to create that speck just around 1 round. So take it out from one side, insert it from the top of that same round, keep 2 rounds in between, and come out from another side like this. Do 1 seed at a time, because this way the thread won't get pulled in. Again, insert it on the top of this round, keep 2 rounds in between the 2 seeds, pull it out, and just like this, you can have as many or as little amount of seeds as you like. So just like this, go ahead and finish all of these seeds all the way around like this strawberry, and then meet me back here. I've now finished making these specks all the way around, and let's finish the last one. And then you guide your needle to go right at the bottom and come out from the same space where we inserted this thread in. So let's do this. Pull this out. Now, just to show you, if your thread gets pulled in too much at any point when you're making the seeds, you can simply slip your needle around it and pull it up a little bit, and that will look perfect. Now, at this point, we are going to snip both of these strands down to a smaller size, and I'm going to tie a knot between these 2 strands. Double knot is always preferred. and then use my hook, insert it from further away, make it come out from that same stitch like this, and pull these both strands in. If you like to do it one at a time, that's totally fine as well. And there we go. Now that's done. Now that's done, let's move on to our final step, and that is creating a little mouth for this strawberry. To do this, you're going to have some black yarn, just a double knit yarn, standard DK, and thread it into your darning needle. We're going to be using the eyes as a guideline, and position the smile in between, directly in between. So just where it finishes, we are keeping one round in between, and then insert your needle from one side, keeping it symmetrical, make it come out from the other side, pull this out. I'm going to do this one more time, and this time when I insert it, I'm going to guide it to come out from the center, directly in the middle of the eyes like this, and pull this out all the way. Now when I insert this needle back inside this stitch, this will pull this thread down and create a smile. So let's slip this back inside, guide it to come out from our starting point again, and pull this down. And now we are going to slowly pull on these strands to get the desired look that we are after. And once that's done, you're going to snip them both down to a shorter size, tie them in a knot, making sure that the thread is not pulled too much when you tie a knot. And using your hook, we're going to pull these in. Slip in from further away, make it come out from that same stitch, loop them onto your hook and pull it into the head or the body. I'm going to pull on this a little bit just so it's perfect. There we go. And that completes our strawberry. I really hope you enjoyed making these strawberries with me. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.